know. Anyway, what I'm getting at, so I asked the gentleman, you know, I want to ask you about Darius. Do you have any programs or anything out that might possibly help the Darius on the way? For the whole reason. I said, yes, just good. He said, well, there's some money coming down in Body Capital and all that. I think Lord, $300 million around. I better say around the date. But anyway, I realized from the industry such as that wasn't a lot, but anything was better than nothing. So I got a little excited there. But as he told, I sized him up like he didn't know a lot about what he was saying. And he might have been a genius, but what little bit I know that he didn't seem like he knew what he was talking about. So I said, you don't mind me asking, where are you from? And that really shocked me. He said he's from the state of Utah. So I'm thinking, do they have any dairies in Utah? They may have. I said, I flew into Salt Lake City last year. And I hadn't seen nothing flying in and out there, and I'm sure you may have one, but I just don't see that. I know Wisconsin and all the dairy states, Utah. And then my next thing to him was, and he really was ready to give it up, was, I don't understand Congressman Boyd that's from our area that he can't find a qualified man or woman in the Democratic Party that's not qualified to represent the ag on these questions in his own district. So I'm adding that to say, did we get out of touch with our own district? Well, right there, maybe you don't take it like I did, but he's out of touch with people if he didn't have a representative. Now, he may have them everywhere, but on that given day, with 12 people in there, however many there were, that was the person, and they said he was there for the representative to give you the answer and know what's going on. So I'm reporting you, this is what he said from the state of Utah. So that was kind of alarming to me that, you know, we got University of Florida down here, just outside the district, and all the farming communities, everybody like qualified knows how people feel in the district to represent them. I just want to throw that in. But the next thing they said, I didn't see it, well, that means after several. For the convenience of everybody, some I'm sure have got some direct questions. We're doing this in an orderly fashion, and I want this gentleman here raise his hand. So if you talk too long like I am, you're supposed to be doing this. You got to know to do that. I'll cut you off.
Okay, you mentioned programs for Gary, whatever money for programs comes from. I have brain freeze. Should the dairy timber poultry employers be required to prove citizenship of all employees? Oh, that's all right.
Well, let me say this on my business. My personal business, before I hire an employee, I understand the cost of a mishire and what that means to my business. If I hire someone that will not perform and be an A player, then I can't be an A organization. And you cannot be an A organization full of C players. You just can't. So what I do personally for my business is I do Social Security verification. I do workers' comp verification, background check. I want to see if they've sued their last 3 employers. I do a criminal check. I want to make sure that I'm bringing onto our ship a law-abiding citizen. I do a driver's license check because if that individual is going to be driving a vehicle that's owned by my company, and I want to make sure it's got my logo on it. I want to make sure that this individual understands the seriousness of what he's about, you know, what he's doing, and that I have trust in him. And then I do and this is only at they have to agree to this, but I also do a credit check. I don't want to have somebody on my team that owes everybody in town, that has beaten people out of money they owe. Now, that is an aggressive step that I take in my business. And I'm not suggesting that my brother doesn't perform all those checks on all his. But I do that for my business. I go and I take the aggressive step to protect me. protect me and to weed out. And obviously we check the references and we call the previous employers. But the issue, the question you asked was really to verify, I think, the citizenship of those employees that you have. That's really the purpose of that question, I'm saying. I believe very strongly that we need a guest worker program, okay, in this country. We have people that are here illegally, that have come in over our border. To me, that is a security issue. The first and foremost, greatest responsibility of the federal government is to provide for yours and my security. And as long in this world, there's a lot of evil in this world. As long as we have people on American soil, and we do not know who they are, where they are, what they're doing, your freedom, my freedom, your security, my security is at risk. That is unacceptable. That is unacceptable. Now, there are good people that are here to provide for their families, to get a job and provide for their families. I believe that guest worker program needs to be in place so that employers can verify that this person is on a guest worker program, that the American government knows this individual is here, guest working, providing, paying taxes, paying Social Security, paying those withholdings. Because if you're taking from the table, you better be putting on the table. Let me say this though. I know that there are people that are employing people because we don't have the well-streamlined guest worker program in place yet. Okay? And so that's where we got to start there. Okay? I do not believe in amnesty. I think if Ronald Reagan, I think that people need to know, they need to be assimilated. America is not just a place. It's an idea. There are free countries all over the world, but there are few that understand the responsibility of liberty. Liberty is the proper exemplification, the acting out of that freedom. Americans understand that. There is a responsibility to be free in this country. If a person comes here and they're not coming through here properly, and they're not assimilated, then they come over this country line to this country line. Well, they're in a country geographically, but they know nothing of the expectations that we have in this country on being an American. And I believe that we are watered down and weakened, okay, because people don't understand the responsibilities. If you look at the boys who hit Utah Beach, D-Day, didn't matter what their nationality was, they were Americans. They knew that they were representing a place, and they knew they were also representing an idea. We're about 100 years since those young men were taught in our public schools. 100 years from our public schools teaching the responsibility of freedom and liberty. There is a battle going on in this country right now. And the greatest of all battles is in education of our children. And I'm telling you, that's a whole other topic. I won't go there. But I don't think it's an unfair expectation with guest worker programs, work visas, so that people are here legally, that I can't imagine an owner that wouldn't want to know if they were hiring an A player or a C player or a loose cannon. I mean,
we need to add something to that. You may not be familiar. I don't claim to be a professional, but riding around and looking, as most of us know in our age, the work ethic of whites and blacks working in the field, whether it's be the tobacco or hay or pork mountain or whatever. Right. And the federal government, for